It was the best interview I ever did.
Now, that con took place over Father's Day, right?
Yeah, we came home on Father's Day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we came home. Yeah, a Sunday. We got done Sunday around 5, so we just drove.
Oh, so you got home late on Father's Day?
Like 10:30.
Yeah. Rough being away on Father's Day, or it didn't matter?
No, I would have liked to spend the day. I mean, with Edgar.
I meant no, because because now with Sage living there is like it's just really is it because you're gonna go home and see her all week or whatever. So is that one day? Is that symbolic to you that you need to be able to have that day, or
Not
whatever?
really, because she doesn't get it. But
Right.
she made me a card and she made me some drawings and stuff. So that was nice. She stayed up, but like she was awake when I got home, and she had baked me a little cake. So there was no feeling like I know
It wasn't no because and in the past I could see that causing you to have a bad day. That could really get you down and ruin almost the whole day for you if especially if the calm was slow and you're like, what am I doing? This is Father's Day. I could be home with Sage and I'm sitting here answering stupid questions, getting called fat.
I can't. Yeah, really. Alex Sage never calls me fat. Hardly ever, anyway. I agree. In the past, and you know what? It could happen in the future too. You never know with the way my fucking.
My dad's.
And so Jeff, you actually had one of the first Father's Days in a long time off, right?
The first Father's Day I had off.
Yeah, that's nice. So you got to spend it. What'd you do?
Went to Great Adventure. Went to amusement park.
Did you go on a lot of rides with the kid?
Yeah.
That
was actually really, really good.
That's good. I heard you and see you still feeling the effects of a bad sunburn, huh?
Like a comet.
Well, and you have heard that they make this thing called sunblock, right?
Yeah, I've heard.
How come a man with your skin complexion chooses to be like
I'm albino now?
I mean, you're pretty white.
I'm not whiter than you now, I'll tell you that.
No, not but why would you be like, I don't need that? I'm Sunday Jeff. I walk in perpetual shade.
Well, didn't you get something too?
It's like P. Diddy with an umbrella. He has a friend holding an umbrella over him at all times.
What about me? He's telling me how bad his sunburn was over the weekend. You know what? Did you hear of it too? That's P bullshit.
But I don't understand. Why didn't you think to? But I was lamenting. I was going, why am I so stupid? Why didn't I put sunblock on? Why didn't I put sunblock on? I'm questioning. Did you feel the same way, or did you go?
No, because when I was there, I didn't think I was going to be waiting.
You never are out during the daytime. Either you're working or here. So is it just a case of you're like, hey, I'm not experienced enough being outside during the sunlight?
I'm out all the time. No?
All right. Well, I have a dad story. Speaking of, and happy Father's Day to all the listeners. It's late,
Pops.
but I know we missed it last week, but. I do want to wish.
Is Father's Day a real holiday, or is it one of those like?
It's not even a holiday.
Like Hallmark holiday. Like I know greeting cards made up. I'll look it up while you're.
I don't care.
It was weird though because I was there in the party, so
I love it.
Number one dad, and everybody's wearing shirts, whipping the shirts out for the one day.
I know, like your birthday and Father's Day. Those are the 2 days that you.
I look forward to them. And when everyone's got to just agree to what I want to do, I love it because for 364 days, I have to bow to the wishes of others where they want to eat, what they want to do. So then I get one day.
To the electric chair that day, those 2 days.
I did want to ask you too, because last week we didn't tell him Steve Dave, but was it 20 years?
Yeah, my 20th wedding anniversary. Passed. Yeah.
What'd you do? If you say Applebee's,
we went. Where did we go to eat? Because it did fall during the week. We went to because even the girls, the kids were going like, where are you guys going to go for what are you going to do? 20 years. And I was like, there's this pressure put on by them to be like, well, you just can't go to the same normal place. And I'm like, well, why not? Why would we go to some place where we know?
But that's what Deb said?
No, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Like, why would we go to some place fancy or more, quote unquote, better than the places we normally go, where we know we enjoy the food?
See, I agree with that too. My wife's like that too. She'll go to a different place, and it's like if I've never had the food, it could be the worst experience, or it could be the best.
You may have a romantic evening planned afterwards. You eat at the wrong place. You may be in the bathroom all night.
Surf taco.
You may not make it. You may not be able to
I agree with sometimes with that,
to finish the night properly. That's always my fear. So
spelling from the wrong end.
So I'm like, I don't think that I think we should just go to one of the normal places we always go.
Right.
And my wife agreed with that, so we just went to the normal place we go to, well, at least once a week, every week. But,
no. Drove 4 hours from Jersey.
Let's change the chef.
And then on the weekend we went to this statue. It's up in, I forget where it is now. It's up by Columbus. It's like these fields in New Jersey where all these gigantic, massive statues are. Mm-hmm. And they're really weird. Some of them are really cool. Like it was nice, though. It was a nice day. But that's what we did for our 20th anniversary. And then for Father's Day, I always want to do this, though. I always wanted to sleep real close to Columbus Flea Market, like at a hotel, so I could be there when it first opens up, because it's a pretty far drive from my house. So I finally achieved that dream this Father's Day.
Girls are bursting into tears. They're like, what?
And Ming's nuts, right?
Because they don't like.
Oh, they hate the
right?
Yeah. But yeah, I finally achieved that. I've been talking about that for years. They're like, you know what we should do? Get a hotel room real close to the flea market. Get up around 4:30 and be there when the shit happens.
And what time did you get up? Like, what time did you get up?
7:00.
That's still pretty early.
Yeah, I couldn't get up any earlier.
You get up too early. You feel nauseous.
Yeah, you feel shitty. Yeah. Well, all right. So back to Father. That's how I spent the Father. It was a great Father's Day, great anniversary. I couldn't wish for any more. But anyway, back to Father's Day story. Did you guys hear about the dad who was deemed unfit for refusing to let his son go to McDonald's one night?
I don't think I heard this.
Yeah. He was actually a judge and an attorney, an attorney for he was getting a divorce. He's dropping the kid back at the wife's house. He had him for the weekend or whatever.
Oh, I did hear about this.
He wanted to go to McDonald's, and he's like, "No, we're not going to eat. We're not going to go to McDonald's. It's bad for you. We're going to eat at a really nice restaurant." He went ballistic. The kid did, and he was like, "Well, either we go to the restaurant or we're not going to go."
How old's the kid?
Anywhere. He was like 4.
Okay.
And turned out the dad followed through. He wasn't an empty threat. Said, you were not going to McDonald's, and he wouldn't agree to any other places. So he dropped the kid off. The mother went crazy, and she used it against him in the divorce settlement to keep him away from seeing his child.
What a cunt! I know you're not.
And the judge found in favor of that.
Yeah, the judge allowed it
to use that word
as part of the reasoning to make a decision based upon who should have more or no time to see the child. Yeah, you're not supposed to use that word, bro.
I know you're not supposed to. I don't care, though. It applies sometimes. And this is one of those situations. If you're trying to keep your child away by any means necessary just because, you're bitter, I don't care if that guy went out and fucked 20 girls in a fucking weekend, and that's why you're divorcing him. Just like I don't care if that woman went out and fucked 20 guys in the weekend. You don't do that to the kid. You don't turn a kid against their parents because you have some fucking hang-up. And that makes you a cunt in my book if you fucking pull that kind of shit. That is not right.
Oh, so you're saying that you don't think the dad should have? You think the dad should have just?
I think the dad was right.
Yeah, not to bring it to McDonald's.
No, of course not. No.
Yeah.
Look, I even there are certain Sage is usually 99% of the time she's perfectly behaved and agreeable, but there's that 1% where it's she'll pitch a fit, and it's you give in to that, especially for something that you're if you McDonald's isn't good for you. It isn't. I can fucking attest to it. Look at me. I can attest to it. It's
McDonald's.
Been proven that it's fucking not good for you. And if you lay down a law if you want to bring your kid there once in a while, you don't have to be crazy about it. But if the dad is look, I didn't want to bring him there. And I mean, the way the world is fucking turning now, where
it's crazy.
The courts are stepping in. And this is what I got into a couple weeks ago with somebody out in Hawaii. It was
Hawaii.
This happened. I wasn't there. It was just it was a guy in Hawaii, and his 8-year-old son was acting up at soccer practice. So as a punishment, the dad made him walk home, and that was a 20-minute walk.
How old was this kid, though?
Kid was 8.
Well, that's.
You think about where we used to walk when we were 8, though.
Yeah.
Right. Evidently, it wasn't a busy road, and they were there was no shoulder, but then it turns out there was a 10-foot shoulder. he's walking down. I guess some good Samaritan saw him crying and pulled over, and so it goes to court, and the judge
abandonment
fined him for $200. No, trust me, I know abandonment. I'll tell you off mic, but $200, and the reason being that there could have been pedophiles walking around to grab the kid.
So it's a matter of safety.
Yeah, but it's just like, so you're going to speculate maybe that this is like, what is it, like the fucking...
Well, it is all speculation.
The fucking Wizard of Oz, where like...
Still, kid's 8 years old. My kid's 8 years old, man. I could never drop my kid.
You wouldn't do it, right?
No way.
You wouldn't do it, but for the court to step in and be like, well, they could have been captured by a pedophile. Like, the government stepping in and over, like, people beat the shit out of their kids and the fucking courts don't do anything about it. Like, give me a break. It's ridiculous.
So Jeff, you're saying you wouldn't let her walk home.
Hell no.
But you would stick to the McDonald's if you laid down. If you're like, no, we're not going to McDonald's, and she went ballistic, would you cave?
Well, I do it all. No, I don't care.
I've caved.
My wife does.
I'm saying
I don't like her eating certain things.
I cave. You know, I can't.
Too, and
I can't stand. You know, I can't stand to be the ogre. You know, and try. So I'm like, all right, we'll just go there then.
That's me. I'm the ogre.
Yeah, you're
my
the
wife's
ogre?
the opposite. Yeah, that's she caves into, you know, and she'll go there and stuff like I said, you know, if she's there, don't ever feed my kid chicken McNuggets. Do not feed her chicken McNuggets. I says
really?
No, you don't ever want to give your kid chicken McNuggets.
Why?
Don't give your kid. It's the worst possible thing you could possibly give your kid.
So you don't eat chicken McNuggets?
No. Look at what look at how it's made.
Do you eat chicken McNuggets?
No.
Bullshit.
I don't eat chicken McNuggets.
Since when?
No, you're talking
Never.
about just
Ever?
McDonald's or anywhere?
If it's 99 cents, what do you think you're eating?
So you're telling me you don't eat any fast food?
I don't eat fast food that much at all.
He lights his cigarette off a nugget.
You're telling me you don't eat any fast food?
No,
ever?
Not that
When's
much.
the last time?
Not that much. I can't even remember last time I ate fast food. You're talking about like McDonald's or Burger King or... I might eat like Applebee's or something, but I'm not eating. I really don't eat much fast food at all.
Wow.
Very seldomly I eat it.
Learning something new about Sunday over here.
We're not getting that McDonald's campaign.
Sponsorship.
It's not for me. I mean, a lot of people can eat. You know, my wife goes there. She loves their tea. My kid goes there. She likes their chicken wraps. There's probably nothing wrong with that. Just don't.
What about fries?
Well, they've changed a lot of stuff in the fries too now because I think they're using different oils now to cook it because they've had to become health conscious. Did you see you look on how much money that McDonald's made? It's crazy. It's nuts how much the revenue is a year.
Right.
So I mean, there people like it without a doubt. It
tastes good,
popular.
right?
Well,
even the chicken tastes good. I know you haven't had it in a while, but I'm here to tell you it tastes good. I don't care if it is 99 cents.
Those chicken nuggets, it's probably like I've got a stomach full of butane at any given fucking moment.
I didn't realize you were so fucking haughty-taughty that you're
Jack LaLanne.
If you're gonna eat something, eat the chicken select. The chicken select is good.
Are you shitting me? You think the chicken selects are any bit a better grade than the chicken McNuggets?
Yes.
Have you looked at the chicken selects?
Type up YouTube.
Oh, that's bullshit. That's all just propaganda.
If you saw half the stuff that you ate, you'd be a fucking vegetarian in the fucking blink of an eye. If you saw how all these animals and everything were.
Oh yeah, because the Applebee's ones, they don't do that.
No, not saying they do, but you know what? It looks a lot better if you know.
But it's all coming out the same end. It's all coming through the same.
You hope not because you're paying a different price. I would think the price is better. You know that you're getting a better
maybe
quality.
A better grade, maybe.
You know?
Yeah, but
you're not getting Z grade.
I'm surprised though that you're.
I'm not against it. I just don't really like it that much. I'm not a hamburger guy. No, I'm not.
You don't like the hamburgers?
I'm not a meat. I eat a lot of chicken, but I'm not really a meat guy. You know, I'll go if I eat a steak or something. I'll go to Longhorn or Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse.
I wish McDonald's would offer steak.
Cheesesteak?
Can you imagine a McDonald's steak?
McRibwich or something like that? A rib sandwich?
Don't you think there has to be something, like, I don't want to offend any Tell 'em Steve Dave listeners, but don't you feel like anyone who works in a slaughterhouse has to be like mentally unstable.
No,
I think they're just so used to it. Just
yeah, I do think. I think they have the ability just to turn it off.
Up like that, like you've.
I hope that slaughterhouses have an age criteria where they're not hiring.
Well, no, I don't mean that they've like child labor, but
children.
Like, say you work in a farm or like you have a farm or something, and so you're used to like killing animals for food.
Yeah, I think if you live, I think you've lived such a sheltered life.